presentations for the Little Einsteins number 1, the first project of the semester. So this one, you're going to be recreating some rhythms. I'm going to use the episode Hungarian Hiccups for this example, so you are not to use that episode when you go to complete your own assignment. You must pick a different episode. So to do this assignment, you need to first pick an episode of the TV series Little Einsteins. You can find these episodes for free on YouTube. If you do have a subscription to Disney Plus, you can find them all there. You can Google Little Einsteins full episodes, but do not purchase these episodes. There are ways to find it for free. If you need help, contact me. But here's a list that I would love for you to pick from. So there's 5 choices here, and I have a link to the YouTube recording of it. So it's right there. You can just click on it and go choose. So whichever one you choose, you're going to be using this for the entire semester. So bookmark the link to the episode you choose. You're going to be using it over and over the whole semester. So get real friendly with that. Once you've chosen your episode, you're going to complete the following list of tasks. First, you're going to identify the season, episode, and the name of the episode. So the recording might not automatically have the episode, season, and number in it. You might have to go Google that. You're going to identify the composer and the piece of music. So who wrote the music? You're going to identify the artist and the name of the piece of art. You're going to identify the location and landmark. Now, some episodes don't have a specific landmark, but you do need to tell me the location. Where's the setting? Use your English terms. Where's the setting? And you're going to recreate the rhythm you hear from the example in the episode. So on the staff below, you're going to use the staff to recreate that rhythm. Remember, do not purchase an episode for this project. You can find it free in lots of places, specifically the links above. This is a project. I'm going to be grading not just on the content, but design and presentation. You can present this in any form that works for you. You can use PowerPoint. You can record a video of yourself. You can write a written report. You can make a physical poster and take a picture of it. You need to choose a presentation option that works for you and your learning style and your personality. As long as you get those pieces of information on it, I'm cool with it. Make it your own. Big point right here, do not plagiarize. Plagiarism is when you take credit for another person's work. This includes written work, music, pictures, and video. If you use anything that you didn't create yourself, that didn't pop out of your brain, you must cite this source. So if you want to put a picture of the Little Einsteins episode in your presentation, that's awesome. I love it. Love the graphics. But you need to say somewhere on the slide, source Disney, or source and then put a link. I just need to know where you found it. You've got to cite your source. You've got to give them credit. If you need help with that, let me know. So what I'm going to do to make this easy for me is I am going to copy the tasks and I'm going to put them in a document. For today's purposes, I'm going to put it in a PowerPoint to show you how to complete these tasks. So now that I'm in PowerPoint, I have all the things that I need to do. So I'm just going to fill it in and make this list. That way I've got it nice and easy to find. And I can make it pretty later, but let's start by gathering our information. So the episode I'm using for the example is titled Hungarian Hiccups, Little Einsteins, Hungarian Hiccups. And now I need to go find the season and episode number. So I'm going to go to Google. And you can just type in Little Einsteins, Hungarian Hiccups, or make sure you're putting the title of your episode. And it'll pop up. So right here, Little Einsteins, Season 1, Episode 3. So I'm going to put over here. Perfect. So I've identified that. So the next portion is identify the composer and the piece of music. So here's the YouTube video that I have that I found for Hungarian Hiccups. And at the very beginning of the every single little Einstein's episode, they take a moment to tell you who wrote the art, or who wrote the music and who created the art. So it's right after the theme song. And so they tell you the title, and then the art by Mr. Rousseau, and music by Brahms. So I don't even have to fully watch the episode yet to finish these first couple things. So this is Hungarian Dance by Brahms. And so for art, it was by Mr. Rousseau. I've got most of the work done. Next is identify the landmark and location. So you will need to watch the full episode, whatever episode that you choose, and it's going to be different for every episode. So now I've watched my episode, and I learned that they visited a jungle, and they also saw a geyser. Those are some of the important things they did. And lastly, I need to recreate the rhythm that you hear from the example in the episode. So over here, I have the sheet music. Now there's several ways that you can go about this, but I recommend one of two things: drawing directly on your computer, or printing out that sheet, the original sheet with the directions over here, and writing directly on it, taking a picture, scanning it in, and then putting it in your presentation that way. I highly recommend handwriting it. A lot of music writing programs are weird, but you can use a music writing program. For this, I'm going to use PowerPoint. So there are tools. There's all kinds of tools. So you can use shapes tools. I can draw circles and lines. I can draw the notes that way. I can take a screenshot with my snipping tool, and I can draw that way. There's all kinds of ways that you can do it. Now, doing the screenshot is what works best for me. So think about the song. So this is Hungarian Dance. The snippet that they use is da 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 da. You're gonna do your best to write that in here. Now, if you notice at the beginning of the YouTube video, check it out, it's right there. Use that to help you. So it gives you that we're in treble clef, it gives you our time signature, that sharp right there. 1 sharp, who knows what time signature that is? That's kind of later on in the semester, so where I'm not too worried about if you know it or not. And this C right here, this means common time. So common time is a 4/4 time signature, meaning there's 4 beats in a measure. And then I've got my rhythms and my note placement. So I'm going to go and draw that into my PowerPoint. So I am back in my PowerPoint, and now I'm going to paste in what I did. So my handwriting is not amazing. It isn't, and it's hard to write on a computer. So like I said, it will look much cleaner, much nicer if you do this by printing it and writing it by hand. I highly recommend that. So I have now completed all the parts, but am I done? No. I've gathered my information, but remember, this is a presentation, so now I've got to make it beautiful. And so with Microsoft PowerPoint, you can add in all kinds of fun designs. And look, just like that, it's fabulous. Same thing over here. I can click a button and it looks nice. You can rearrange this. Remember, you can put this on a poster board. You can record a video of you talking about it. You can do what works for you. If you do it in PowerPoint, save it, because then you can add on to it for number 2. So make sure you save everything that you do.